Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Chicago White Sox March to October. We're off to a bit of a slow start, but not as slow as it could have been. We finally put something together in the last game of the last episode, and we're on a bit of a streak. I think we're at 5 wins in a row now, so we gotta win to keep that streak alive. Hopefully get back to 500 before it's over. We really shouldn't be worried about doing good in this division with the team that we have, but with how good those top 3 teams are playing and how bad we were playing, there was a little bit of me that was starting to get worried early on here, but we're seemingly turning that around. And another good thing is that a lot of the random regression we were seeing, especially on like Trey Turner, I think he was going down on all of his hitting stats, that's gone. Pretty much everybody except for the older guys have lost that little bit of regression that they had like right after the start of the season. It looks like even Kopech and Cease might have had a good start in this stretch of wins, so their ERA is coming back down to earth. So things are really starting to look up here. So let's go ahead, hop into this first game here against Boston. We just got to hold them scoreless for 2 more innings and we should be able to extend this win streak. Alright, we got Taylor Rogers in the game. Looks like he's fresh in the game, so we're stuck with him if we didn't want to use him. We've gotten homers from Sheets, Collins, and Leury in this game. That's actually pretty good to see that some of the lower rated players have stepped up in this one. It was another Lance Lynn game. I still don't think we've played a game where Lance Lynn wasn't the starter. He didn't have a very good game though. That ERA is going up too. But we do have the lead, so we just got to maintain that. That was not a good pitch, but that'll be the first out. Leury. That's a nice. He locked into an animation, so I thought he was going to make the play. That might not be too with the speed there, yeah. And it was showing Turner with a bronze badge, so what's going on there? That should be out number 3. Good job. That was a tough part of the order, especially to give up free outs like that. Alright, well, with a lefty on the mound and Vaughn on the bench, there's really no reason not to go to a pinch hitter here. And it pays off. Look at the season Moncada's putting together in the 9-hole, though. That average up over 300. What more could you really ask for out of a 9-hole guy? Get on base for the top half of the order as much as he is. And there we go, it's a walk. And I know I've walked with him plenty, so that on base, if his average is at 300, the on base has to be at least 350. That was like a changeup. That was his heater. Yeah, actually, what am I doing swinging that early when none of his pitches are going to be faster than that? There we go. Change your approach and immediately hit one to the wall. That might score him, though, with how weird that deflected. Yeah, that is a 2-out RBI double for Leury. If he didn't get a glove on that, we're probably not scoring on that hit. Angle? Oh, I thought that had enough to get over his head. All right, though, we added a run of insurance. 2 runs as a lead is so much better than just 1. Oh, man, Bogaerts doesn't want to help out, dude. These are some good pitches I'm making, and he won't swing. So I guess I'll leave it right down the middle and hope the park keeps it in, and it does. That's not the best strategy. That's why it's nice to have a 2-run lead. Whoa, Bobby. He could have been way out in front of a fastball with that swing on that slider. That's gonna work though. I guess infield pop-ups aren't a sure thing anymore. There we go. We get a chase. 1-2-3 inning for the save, but man, that was tougher than a 1-2-3 inning should be. 20 pitches to get 3 batters. But there we go, dude. We picked up the win to keep the streak going. I scored a run, so I didn't feel like I was useless. We get a pretty decent amount of momentum here. I was not expecting 3 fireballs. I was kind of thinking just 1. So I would think that we should be able to get back to 500 in the games that we're about to sim here, unless we play again like right away. So let's see. That momentum ball is going to go right back up. Okay, now there it says we only had 2. But what do we got? Can we sweep Boston, keep the streak going, and we lose to Houston? We lose again to Houston, split the series. All right, now we're playing the Angels. Are we at 500? We are 13-13. Oh, geez, though, we're down 3 here in the top of the 8th. We are going to have bases loaded with 2 outs. This is not going to be an easy game, but imagine the momentum we'd get if we win. Now this is what we like to see. We like to see all these flame icons next to everyone's name, except Luis Robert, man. What are you doing? Hit better. Look at Sano off the bench. He's really heating up. Well, I guess not technically off the bench because he does start versus lefties, but 5 bombs, 313 average. That, we might have to keep an eye on Sheets. Might not give him a whole lot more leeway if he doesn't turn it around. I might just make Sano the everyday starter. He is, I should say though, Sheets is playing better than last year so far. The average is about the same, but the on base is a bit better. The slugging is way better, but he still obviously has room for improvement. And Moncada in the 9 hole. Let's get into this game here. We're really gonna have to lock in because if we can pull this one off, this is gonna be a lot of momentum. I know it would take a lot of the stakes out of it, but man, I wish we could have like 1 out or no outs with the bases loaded like this. Because 2 outs, I don't know, I feel like you may as well have the bases empty at that point. See what I mean? You can make a pretty good swing, but if it's hit right to somebody, you don't have any room to fix it. See, and now we're screwed. Because now we're going to have to score at least 3 in 1 inning just to tie it. There we go, 3-pitch strikeout of Ohtani. Hey, it wasn't a Lance Lynn start. Didn't even realize that. Giolito pitched, and he gave up the 5 runs this time. And Lopez, didn't it say he only had like 16 pitches? And he's thrown 2 1/3 so far with 5? That can't be right. How many pitches is he at? 19. Hang on, is Lopez just having the best game of all time out of the pen today? We're at 19 total pitches. He's gotten 5 strikeouts, so that's at least 15 pitches on those strikeouts, leaving only 4 pitches left over for the other 2 outs. I guess it's possible, but dang, not likely. And now we go and blow it. Wow, that pitch was not where it was supposed to go, but look at Vaughn out there and left with the range. We gonna make this play? Oh, alright. That's cool. Alright. Doesn't matter. We get the fly out to center. The next batter. Can we do it? We're going to face Rysel, who I have a very difficult time facing to begin with, and we got to put 3 up. I don't have the best feeling about this one, but he is having a bad year. He's kind of struggling. Oh, he challenged me. Why was I not sitting heat there on a 3-2? If there's one pitch to sit on, it's the fastball. Look at that swing. What even was that? Can you even call that an attempt? Can you call that an attempt? Jeez. Can I maybe not drop the PCI on an Iglesias fastball here? Okay. Eloy? My God, I'm so far under that, and it's still gonna leave. I don't understand this game sometimes, but alright. I guess Eloy's just too good for the mechanics of the game to work as intended. Moncada? That's a double. I hope it's a double at least. Yeah, he's in there. Okay. Now all of a sudden, the tying run's coming up. Top of the order, Moncada comes through again. Oh, but it's Leury? Okay, who else can we get up here? Who else wants to take some hacks? I could bring in Sheets for the matchup or Turner. I'm going to bring in Sheets. I'm going to go for it all, man. Let's hit a bomb. See, what makes Rysel so tough is he has a completely different release point from the stretch. So it's like facing a different pitcher now. Okay, he hit him. So you know what? Now we'll bring in... Wait, I don't want a pinch run for Moncada. I want a pinch run for Sheets. We'll bring in Turner. That way, if we hit one in the gap, we should be able to tie it. All right, 3-0. If he wants to walk him to bring Luis Robert up, that's fine. Let's do it, man. I don't care how cold Luis Robert's bat is. There's not many players I'd rather have up. Oh, and he's bringing in a lefty? Okay, Loop's tough, but Luis Robert is like one of the best hitters in the league against lefties. No, let me check. I barely tapped the button. I'm so conscious for that front door sinker Loop can throw. Like that, but we hit it. Is that gonna go? That's gonna go! I did it! No way! With 2 outs in the inning and nobody on base yet. An Eloy off PCI home run keeps the game alive, and next thing you know, we have a 2-run lead. I just didn't think that this was a game we could win, especially when the bases loaded spot happened to start the game and I didn't come through. I'm like, okay, well, there's this game over. But how about that, dude? What was that? A 5-run rally with 2 outs. Everything with 2 outs. And I guess I gotta get Liam Hendricks up now. Ah, okay. Good circle change. But we did all the damage we needed to do. Liam Hendricks has just got to do what he does. Let's do this, man. Another 1, 2, 3. Another save. Okay, let's hit the zone, though, first of all. There we go. Froze him with 100. No, let's stop starting at bats going down 2-0 here. Throw some strikes. There we go. Now can we get him chasing here? Or at least out in front of it? No? What an eye. You know what? Let's leave no doubt of this ending up in the zone. There we go. Yeah, let's challenge the 9-hole hitter. I don't know what I was thinking trying to make him chase on a curve. Anderson could get to this. He will. There we go. Now that is a good game. That is a good win. That's the kind of win that sparks a team for a whole season. Oh man, oh man. 8 momentum flame balls. We are set. And man, I know that wasn't like a player lock or anything, but if that somehow influences Luis Roberts' momentum and he starts swinging a hotter bat because he hit that grand slam, that's full. That is a full thing of momentum right there. We can sim for the next 2 weeks. Let's at least sweep the Angels. There we go. Let's sweep our whole LA trip. Okay, we couldn't. Oh, and what do we got here? Our first trade opportunity. Sometimes I forget how early the first trade pops up. But what do we got here for this first one? From the Cardinals, Genesis Cabrera, or I feel like it's not actually pronounced Genesis. He does have outlier. I was gonna say at first that this might be a pointless trade, but for who we have to give up, there's almost no reason not to do this trade. We'd still have him for this season and another 2. We would have definitely 1 too many lefty arms. So I don't know. We'll have to think about that. The Marlins, though, they're gonna offer us 2 different things. What do they got for us? Joey Wendell's in the first package. No reason to even entertain that one. What about the other one? Brian De La Cruz, D potential. Yeah, that's pointless also. Oh man, I just don't know. I don't know if it's worth it to make this trade. Like, with what we're giving up, we're not giving up anything. It's just like current team composition. Do I want to add another lefty to this team when I bet Aaron Bummer's already not even pitching? Yeah, he has 1 inning this year. Do we really want to add another lefty? And even if we think long term and Cabrera becoming, you know, an 80+ overall, is that even something we need? Because we have Luzardo. I mean, he's going to become a starter, but we have him locked down for another 2 years. We've got Crochet locked down for many years. I actually didn't even notice this. They automatically signed him. We got Bummer for at least 1 more year after this, and then Taylor Rogers for 2 years after this. So like, we're not going to be losing any of our lefty arms anytime soon. I guess the only thing would be Luzardo moving into the rotation, but if Luzardo moves into the rotation, then we just bring up Javier. I guess he wouldn't even be moving into the rotation until after the offseason anyway, so we would just be able to sign somebody. So yeah, even though every aspect of this trade in isolation would make sense for me to do it, I don't think I'm gonna do it. And I don't know, you guys might be watching this screaming at me like, why would you not do this? You're not giving up anything for a good arm. But I just don't know if the way our team is set right now, if we need this. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and decline that, and we'll just move on. And what do we got here? A fast track for TJ Friedl, if that's how you pronounce his name. Isn't this the guy who, was it last year for the Reds, hit his first career homer, and then Mookie asked for the ball from the guy in the stands, and the guy actually gave it to him, and then Mookie brought him a bunch of signed stuff? That was a thing, right? And that was this guy. I mean, TJ Friedl probably doesn't factor into our long-term plans, but we do technically have him locked down for about as long as we want at this point. He is only a D potential, 27 years old, but if a fast track goes well here, he could get up to a 67, 68. The potential could go up. There's no reason to turn down a fast track, so obviously we're going to do it, and then we'll see what happens with him. So first of all, we are now 19-14. Our season is well and truly turned around. We're still 4 back though, because the Royals are having an unexpectedly amazing year. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into this fast track here with TJ Friedl. These are always a lot of fun, especially with the guy who it kind of doesn't matter how good he does. Like last season when I had the Zach Collins one and I sucked, I was really upset about it. But with a guy like TJ Friedl, who I really don't care if he does good or not. We can just sit back and have some fun.
Down in the minor leagues for this one, and the front office has its eyes on one particular prospect, Singy. They've sent some evaluators down to get a closer look, see if he can help the big club soon.
And Boog, a prospect that comes up and performs right away is so valuable, because teams that try to add a spark in the middle of the year, they've usually got to give up some young talent and a trade to do so. So if you can promote from within and get a similar impact, that's a huge benefit for the front office. So really interested to see how he plays today.
All right, so he's a lefty bat facing a righty arm. What are his attributes even? He's got really low hitting. Okay, doesn't really matter which handedness we face. I got under it. I thought that was the curve, and I thought he hung it really bad. All right, at bat number 2. I didn't show it, but I had like 5 fielding opportunities in a row between at bats. Oh, give me it. We're not supposed to be seeing pitches like that down at AAA. That's nasty.
TJ Friedl, good power.
Did he just say good power when talking about TJ Friedl? Didn't he have like 35 power? Oh, I was anticipating off speed right there. This is not looking too good. We might get a couple more at bats though with how early this game is. Oh, never mind about a couple more at bats then. It's the 7th now for the next one. Gonna have to do something now. And we do something. I turned on it. I wish I got the PCI on it. We might have hit that a little bit harder. Oh, that's getting to the gap. We're going to score here. We're going to tie this one up. That might be good if it stays tied. We do get another at bat here. That's another righty on the mound, a different righty. Oh, it hit him. The first pitch could have hit him, and now he got him on pitch number 3. I hope that actually helps us. All right, we're stealing. They told me to steal. We're in there. Yeah, that was easy. Friedl's got some speedle. Did I really just say that? Oh my god, that might have been the worst thing I've ever said. All right, 2 runs, a stolen base, a hit by pitch. That's not a bad game. We should get something for it. And if this gets hit to us in the air, this will be my 7th put out of the game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is the 7th put out in left field for Friedl. Oh, and we're not done. Another at bat? Is that gone? Is that gonna go? It's not, but it's off the wall. It's over his head. I'm going for 3. I don't even care. We're in there. A triple. An RBI triple. We're going to get an upgrade for this game for sure now. 2 hits, a hit by pitch, 2 runs, a stolen base, and RBI. Did I cover it all? All right, well, that takes us to the end of the game then, and that went from me thinking we were going to end up doing nothing to playing a pretty good game. Remember, in fast tracks, you're only going to see 1+. It's not the whole 1, 2, 3 system like a player lock. So a 1+ is all you're looking for. We're just going to have to see what that translates to in terms of his attribute upgrades. And we add a little bit of momentum for that too. That's something I overlooked a bit. Our momentum's still really high. And wow, he went up 6? That's like the max I've ever seen is a +6. So he gets +10 to contact against both sides, +10 to his vision and discipline, and then +2s to everything else across the board. And he goes all the way up to a B potential from a D. Man, as tempting as it is then to just actually go ahead and make the call up, I'm not going to do it because in no way is he going to be better than anybody we have. Like the only guy he would potentially replace would be Angle, but for what Engel's role needs to be, he's going to be a better option than Friedel, pretty much no matter what. But this is nice. This is nice to have in our back pocket, especially for a trade. I might even throw him onto the players to shop screen. So yeah, we're not going to call him up, but that was very nice to have that game with them. And we're still picking up wins except for one loss against Tampa. But divisional wins is what we really need. So our next key moment is going to be to complete the sweep against the Twins. We're up to 22-15, and it looked like we have the Royals in our next series. So that could be our chance to finally bring ourselves to the division lead. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. We did a pretty decent amount of damage, especially with that game against the Angels. That's going to go down as an all-timer. But guys, like always, make sure you leave a like on this video for me if you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not already. We're getting back into consistent content here, so make sure you don't miss anything by hitting that sub button. But that does it for me in this one, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time.